Hello everyone, welcome to the Family Law 1 lecture. My name is Bail Sen, Assistant Professor of Law. So we all know that under Family Law 1 we will study the Hindu law. So before going into the deep study, we should know about who is a Hindu. So under Section 2 of Hindu Marriage Act 1955, Hindu Succession Act 1956, Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, and under Section 3 of Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act 1956 describe the people on whom the Hindu law actually applies. So who are the people on whom Hindu law applies? We will study it under two heads, like Hindu by religion and Hindu by birth. Under Hindu by religion there are two conditions. One is follower of Hinduism. The Hindu law applies to the person who is a follower of Hindu religion, and it includes four Samaj like Vairasya, Brahma, Prarthana and Arya Samaj. Apart from these, the persons who are the follower of Buddhism, Jainism and Sikhism are also called as Hindu. We can say that in addition, I am telling you that this definition or this condition necessarily excludes those persons who are the follower of Islam, Christianity, Zoroastrianism and Judaism. These persons are necessarily excluded. They will not be considered as Hindu at any cost, but by conversion it will be possible. And next one is converter to Hinduism. This law applies to all those persons who convert themselves to Hindu religion. Regarding the conversion, the Apex Court, that is the Supreme Court, put down necessary conditions for it. In the case of Perumal Nadar by LRS versus Ponuswamy, under this case or judgment, the three guidelines or three conditions are given for the converter to Hinduism. That is, if he voluntarily puts his intention to live as a Hindu, that is, her or his intention should be clear and specified and the consent should be free. Second condition is he starts living as a Hindu, and third is Hindu community accepts him as a part of its own. And another case of G.M. Arumugam versus S. Rajagopal, it is given that it is held that Hindu law is applicable on those people also who are Hindu once and converted into another religion and then reconverted himself into the Hindu religion. And under second head, that is after the Hindu by religion, we will study Hindu by birth. This is the second condition. If both the parents are Hindu, that is father and mother, both the parents are Hindu, then the child will be called as a Hindu, but the necessary condition is the child should be brought up as a Hindu, and Hindu includes Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhs also. And I should tell you that the child may be legitimate or illegitimate. For both condition it is applicable. Second head is if either of the parents is Hindu. In the case of Maina Boi versus Uttaram, it was held that if either of the parents, that is either the father or mother, is Hindu, the child is brought up as Hindu, then he would be considered as Hindu. And another guideline which is given by Delhi High Court, that the child brought up as Hindu must be a Hindu, and this guideline is given under the case of Maneka Gandhi versus Indira Gandhi and another. So these are the two heads under which we studied that who are Hindu. So another thing I should tell you that under Section 2 of Hindu Marriage Act provides that nothing contained in this act means in these 5 acts under which we will study Hindu law, shall apply to the members of any scheduled tribes, even if they are Hindus unless the central government by notification in the official gazette otherwise directs, as Article 366(25) of Indian Constitution allows it. If there will be any notification of such thing, we can apply Hindu law on the scheduled tribes, otherwise not. And the last but not the least is, it is well said that Hindu law is a law of statutes. It means that wherever a Hindu goes, he will be considered as a person under Hindu law, even when he moves out of his homeland, even if he moves out of India also. So that's all for today. Tomorrow we will meet with a new and interesting topic of Hindu law. So for today, thanks and goodbye all.